So this week I've been mulling over my collection again. You know how it goes. You open the box, pick one up, change the strap, change it back again, and then choose another watch. Ah, the curse of choice. Well, this time my eye fell on my trusty Speedmaster. What, I hear you say? How could the English watch possibly be thinking about flipping his Speedy? I know, guys, I know, but as followers of me know, I sold my first luxury watch. The watch that saw the birth of my two sons. No, there are no sacred cows in this collection. Not even the Speedy. I mean, I'm not made of money, and it's not as if my collection has any collective coherence either. So what would I flip it for, you ask? Well, another Speedy, of course. And this week my interest falls on the 2021 Master Chronometer Professional model with the sapphire crystal. But wait, what am I thinking? The new one hasn't been in space yet. Where's the provenance? Yes, I know the old one didn't go to the moon either, but at least it's a space watch and survived the tremendous forces of a launch into orbit and operated in the vacuum of space, strapped to a spacesuit. So crisis over, my Speedy went back in the box, all safe, and my mind moved on to other things. But then, on the 52nd anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landings, a small rocket launched its 3 crew members into space on a brief 11-minute journey. When the hatch finally opened after its graceful fall back to Earth, a watch was seen on the wrist of these newest of astronauts. Yes, it was a Speedmaster, and yes, this changes everything. I'm Andy, and welcome to the English Watch. This channel is about me and my watch collecting journey, an amateur enthusiast with an eye for detail, always looking behind the watch for the story, helping similar, like-minded individuals start your watch collecting journey. Now before we get started, hit the like button if you like this video and don't forget to subscribe. Only a small percentage of viewers of these videos are subscribers, and subscribing not only means you won't miss any episodes, but your small contribution really helps. As always, please engage in the discussion after the video in the comments section below, where you will find links to my Instagram, some helpful hints and tips for looking after your watch, as well as some affiliate links to tools that I've used in making these videos. Now today I'm wearing my Planet Ocean. It's on the genuine Omega rubber strap. Now this is my go-to summer watch, and boy is it hot. So what is this game-changing event, you may ask? Well, before we go into that, let's have a quick look at the steps that lead up to this moment. Recently we had 2 space flights funded by billionaires who saved up all their tax receipts, given them to their accountants, and decided to build space rockets with the proceeds. Now these are 2 very driven men, and it was great to see Richard Branson of Virgin Galactic and Jeff Bezos of the Blue Horizon slug it out in the ultimate playground scrap of mine's bigger than yours. Or in this instance, I did it first versus I went higher. Both are incredible achievements, and I wish them both every success in the future missions. Now this hardly made the news in the UK, which is a shame, as it's this kind of pioneering spirit that engages dreamers to go into science and engineering regardless of how you feel about the company's business practices. We need to inspire the young people to dare to dream, and as an engineer, something I'm very passionate about. But this is a watch channel, so let's get back on target. Now Sir Richard didn't have the decency to wear his flight watch over his suit, so I'm unclear if he took any watch into space at all. It's possible he took his very modest Torsion pilot watch, which wouldn't have been a bad shout. Or maybe he wore a Bulliver Accutron, itself an early space watch. The Accutron watch beat Omega Speedmaster by a few years, being issued by NASA to the Mercury astronauts back in 1962. But it's the Blue Horizon launch that sparks most interest. Okay, the New Shepard launch vehicle is pretty small, but it's named after Alan Shepard, the first American in space, and that's pretty cool. And I can't wait to see what they do with the New Glenn launch vehicle, named after astronaut John Glenn. Now the crew of the Blue Origin capsule were mere passengers, the rocket launching, separating and descending autonomously, so no piloting skills necessary by the passengers, and despite that, Omega made sure they got a piece of the action, where Land Rover has captured the limelight on the ground, ferrying the crew to the launch pad and pulling the spaceship up the runway with its new Defender, which I celebrate, having been part of both cars' development. It's what goes up in the capsule that counts, and Omega know this. Now short of firing a Range Rover into space, as Elon Musk did with his Roadster, they could have been doing anything, and that's okay. Now we know Jeff Bezos has a thing for Speedmasters, and like Branson, isn't one for wearing his wealth on his wrist. Maybe this is a lesson to us all. Are we really buying these watches for ourselves? Well, Jeff didn't disappoint us. Not only did they launch on the 20th of July, 52 years after the first moon landing, but also on a Tuesday, a day of the week where Speedmaster fans around the globe wear and enjoy their own Speedies, and known as Speedies Tuesday. Sorry, but it's the law now, thanks to Fratello. Amongst them was Wally Funk, an 82-year-old who originally trained with the Mercury astronauts. Well, she finally got her astronaut wings and became the oldest person in space. There was also some rich kid who got lucky and Jeff's brother. So, what watch were they wearing then? Well, luckily for us, Jeff and the crew had the decency to wear their flight gear over the suit, unlike Sir Richard. And not wishing to disappoint, used the Speedmaster Professional with the Heslite crystal, supplied by Omega with specific engravings on the case back for each astronaut and fitted with a bespoke Blue Origin Velcro strap. This is the 2021 Master Chronometer Speedmaster with the upgraded coaxial 3861 movement. Omega supplied the crew with personalised Speedmaster Skywalker X33, the Ani-Digi Speedmaster that is currently flight qualified by the European Space Agency. Now there's nothing official from Omega yet, and no reference on their news site, just a tweet and an Instagram message, celebrating the occasion. And I kinda like that. It'll be easy to milk the event for all it's worth, but Omega have left the glory to the engineers and the flight crew, happy to be part of the team, not bigger than it. And that's what I love about Omega and the Speedmaster. So how is this a game changer? Well, Omega have now managed to get the latest iteration of their Speedmaster Professional into space. Now it hasn't been used as a tool, as a piece of standard issue equipment, but has joined the growing list of watches that have made it into space. I think Omega need this, and for watch people like you and me, this matters. And it's fair to say that every Speedmaster that came after the Apollo issued 321 movement variants that went to the moon, and there were quite a few different models, all that came post 1968 when the 321 model was discontinued, were a continuation, a homage to the Moonwatch, but at least they were still issued by NASA, used as tool watches and still today by Russian cosmonauts, be it an 861 or an 1861 movement. Those were working watches used in space. Now strapping a watch to a billionaire's wrist and firing him into space doesn't put the latest version anywhere near the previous in terms of history and provenance, but is the first step. Those still old enough to remember routine spaceflight and have a connection with the Speedmaster will all sadly pass at some point, and Omega will need the younger generation to be inspired to buy this fabulous timepiece. Let's see what they do next to boost the image of this latest model. Perhaps a Blue Origin special edition. I wouldn't put it past them. Anyway, I now see this watch in a different light. It's had its first big day out, and I see more on the way. Let me know what you think, and if this spaceflight adds to your interest in the latest Speedy. I'll certainly be trying one on again, but will I keep the old one? Who am I kidding? Now, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this style of video. This means so much to me and the channel. Anyway, I'm Andy, this has been the English Watch. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.